How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. Hope you all are having a wonderful, beautiful evening. We got ourselves more 5V5 1v1 DUELS tonight, boys. This time over for the region of the NA, which I have been skimping out on NA. There was a couple of days, what is it, last week that it was skipped, and then there was another one that was like, I think it was in prep 2 patch. Was it in prep to this patch? Oh no, I think that's what happened this recent. I've did it more than once, basically, is what I'm trying to say. I've been skipping out on my NA homies, and I shouldn't be doing that, but like, yeah, I need to be better at that. Let me get the music going, and we'll get the groups up and running here in a bit. And oh, let me also do this too. I completely forgot about that. Let me also go and promote the stream in just a second. I think I'm gonna use this. We are back, baby. Let's go. Here we go. And then we hit that, and then we are beautiful. And now we are set, I think. I hope. Alrighty, let's see how the NA realms are gonna be this evening. Let me also do this and pull up the chats, and then we'll see Boris and Flex are on this evening, because without those two, it definitely is a little bit on the harder side to get some groups up and running. What did I sell? Hold on, let me check my bank, my auction house. So I don't remember what I listed on the auction house on the mage, but I sold something. So let me check what it was. Did I get like a BOE or something? Did I sell something crazy? I've been meaning to, like, initially, I originally had the idea of like doing a bunch of stuff when it comes to housing and making a bunch of decor and stuff. No, what is that? Okay, I have no idea what it was. I have no idea what I sold, but it was like for 200 gold. Might have been some random garbage, that, or like crafting mats. Maybe like some crafting mats I had laying on the side or something. I don't really know. But I meant to get into the whole housing thing and housing decor, but I never got around to it. I thought it would be a great time to make a bunch of gold, but I never actually did it. I feel like I should have. I feel like I definitely should have. Let me get the groups up and running. Boris got a group going. Beautiful. I got the second one up and running over in Molten Core. Let's see if we can get ourselves a 5V5 1v1 DUELS thing going here as well. I can't spell. Jesus Christ, man. I can't spell at all. I can type. I think that's my problem. It's just a ambidextry, or dexterity in general when it comes to typing. Did I forget to upgrade my neighborhood thing? Yeah, I think I'm supposed to be able to level up my house. I never got around to it, dude. I need to go do that. Evening circle room available midnight. That looks sick. Coming soon. Okay, so nothing there. Well, I have the group done in a bit. Same. If y'all want to join us over for the 5V5 1v1s over on the NA, though, let me list how to join. You'll find us also listed up in the LG boys. Here we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Alrighty, who else can I invite? Big Chicken? Is that Hockey? Yo, what's up, man? Hey, wanna join 5V5 DUELS? Let's see if we can get some homies in here. Beastin, Bellator. Does Bellator want to join duels? Hey, wanna join 5V5 DUELS? Question mark? Try to see if we can get this man in here. Boris is already in. CJ, I can see if CJ wants to join in. Hey, wanna join 5V5 DUELS? Because I need to get a group up and running on my end. Hockey is in. Beautiful. Jay, he does PvP, but I don't think he's joined these in like a second. Light sword, yo, wanna join some join for some 5V5 1v1 DUELS? Okay, see, CJ is a no-go for the time being. Literally AR Jorkids, yeah. Flex is with Boris. I would say if Stoneblower wants to join. Hey, Stone, wanna join? See if this man will be down or not. Constructing additional pylons. Okay, yeah, do you think, man? Do you think? PvP characters get back to the game? Okay. All good, Bella. All good, Bellator. All good, my guy. Does Tezzeret want to join? Who the hell is Tezzeret? That is my question. Tezzeret. Have I messaged this guy before? Or chat? No, I never talked to Tezzeret. Somebody who would down to join now? See if Trickster will be down. Wild Imp. See if Wild Imp would be interested in duels at all. And then... Yo, duels? I don't know if you're already in the group or not, but I'm just gonna reach out. Alrighty, so it is gonna take, I think, a second for me to get it up and running with Boris. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was wondering too, because I was wondering like maybe you were between Boris as well, which is always a possibility. Apex, I have him as a PvE guy. Easy? Hold on. I have him marked as a dual guy. Hold on a second. Maybe. Trickster queuing. Okay. So Trickster is queuing. And so is ASAP. Okay. Could you have it, please? Yeah. What's your real ID? You want to join us? I definitely can. Dalaran hashtag 1340. You let me know what your real ID is, because I have a lot of people like this number is a lot smaller because I've cleaned it up since. But I'm usually had like Len, add me, and that'll be easier then. Hey, what's up, Skeleton? How you doing, man? Wait, did I get it right, Skeleton? Okay, I looked at it really quickly. Last right, I got you in. Oh wait, that's not you. That's another guy. But either way, unless that is you, and then maybe. Gonna watch the duels. All right, sounds good. So I still need like 3. If you haven't checked out Holy DK, get a mixed feedback. Have I checked out Holy DK? Get a mixed. You mean like for midnight? I could probably take a look at Unholy. Yeah, I could probably take a look at Unholy for midnight and like get a closer look at him. I spent a very little time with it. All I did is mess around with the talents, hit or train dummy, just to get a feel for like how the new version plays. And then I saw that they do like 0 damage in Mythic Plus, and I was like, okay, this thing probably needs a bit more tuning. But they've got like a whole new build this week for midnight, didn't they? Fenry, yo, Fenry! It's up here, fucking a lot of healing. Wait, what? Unholy DK OP has a lot of healing? You mean like in PvP, I guess? All I saw is like, how is it doing in raids? How is it in dungeons? Oh, 0 damage? Got it. At least early on. I don't know if that changed on beta. Is it actually a ton of healing? I saw that they did a bunch of stuff with their PvP talents. Yeah, a ton of healing just added. That's crazy. Okay, I need to take a look at it. Yeah, near stone, can I get a summon, please? Oh, this isn't for the raid. We dueling. Okay, last right, saw Molten Core. He didn't read the title at all, so I might need to boot that guy. So we'll need like 3. I was getting excited like 2 more and we're good. У меня почему-то не твоего логи. Почему нету твоего логи? Можешь меня по нику добавить, пожалуйста? Не могу, потому что думаю, ты как его в европейском в европейском сервере сегодня на NA. Сегодня в Америке. Или как его NA. What, North America? I don't know how to say that in Russian. I don't know how to say it in Russian. We're on the NA realms, man. We're on the American realms. That's why you're not seeing us, unfortunately. Yeah, I had to do a switcheroo with language on the fly. Holy. Does Gucci Mane want to join? I'm asked, dude. Hey, Gucci, wanna join those? Where's Too Tall, man? I need my man Too Tall in here. Okay. Who else can I invite? I mean, if Lightsword decided, you know what, I'm gonna go do some duels instead of constructing more shit at the house, That'd be sick, but we'll see. Hey, Tez, wanna join whoever goes? Because if he joins in, then maybe we could possibly fill this up real quickly. Unless like Wild Imp reaches out to me real quick. I did message him. So maybe kind of deal. But yeah. Американский, да-да-да. Американский. Я понял, хорошо, удачи, хорошо. У нас дуэли в Европе на пятницу. Пятницу, как его, 2 часа PM EST. Я не знаю, как это по-русски переводить. No, 2 часа PM EST, Eastern Standard Time Zone. I don't know if you can do that or not. Wait a second. Hold on. I can do some servers, okay? Yo, Wild Imp. Wild Boy. Neat. We're still gathering the homies right now. Yeah, so we'll get him in here right now. I don't know if he wants to like just stay in like queue for solo or whatever he was doing prior to this, but we'll still need like 2 more and we'll be good. Could I join, but it sucked? I mean, you're more than welcome to join. Anybody and everybody's welcome. I never decline anyone. Busy farming decor? Okay. That's another thing too. I forgot, dude. People are going to be farming decor out today. Anybody that's playing right now is probably just doing the decor stuff. Damn it. I forgot about it completely. But we'll get a Wild Imp in for now. And we'll just continue trying to see if we can build up the groups. But yeah. I'm gonna be on the lookout for any real ideas. Just waiting on 2 friends to join us. Good. Okay, our team needs 2 more for now. Unless you get somebody else in. I will become a meme. It's up to you, man. It's really up to you. I'm not gonna be the kind of guy that's like, oh, you have to participate. You know what I mean? That'd be weird to force somebody. But it's always fun to get fresh blood in the 5v5 duel arena. What's up, gamers? What's up? No job? Is that what it's supposed to be? No jab here? Yo, what a name. No jab. How you doing, my guy? I read those originals like no job here. I'm like, wait, is this supposed to be job with J-O-B? But nada. Alrighty. So we still need 2 more on this team. Boris and Flex basically got a full team. They're just waiting on 2 people. Well, was gonna send my war gems. My war gems from Warbank, but it's disabled. Wait, war. The bank is disabled? Is it actually them? So what was my cast over here? That's so weird. Is a warband bank disabled? Mine ain't. Huh? I was gonna send my warrior gems from Warbank, but it's disabled. Or wait, is just buy them on the auction house? I would wait. You have the PvP gems probably. That's what you're talking about, right? Those PvP gems specifically. I mean, what is that? 5% DR whenever you CC'd. I guess it's decent. I guess it's a decent little buff. I guess it's decent. I don't think it's as impactful as like that one where casters get a precog, right? Juka kick, you got a free casting and no CC for a short few seconds. I feel like that one is a lot more impactful than what Melee have gotten. Melee just like, here's a consolation prize. Enjoy it. I'm down mine from all the gold in the second account. Oh, okay. So it's more than one account. Yeah, that would do it then. Yeah, I get that same thing too. Like whenever for us, wait, you're joining us instead of the other group? Okay, so then we need 1 more. Buying on your house. Oh, really? You can go there? Wait, you can go and check out my home? I mean, that's pretty cool. I got nothing there right now. I just claimed. I was only able to claim a 6th spot for the time being. But I better than mine. Bro, I put nothing. There's no decor, I don't think. It's just a couple of rooms. Might as well just a warlock closet. I mean, shoot. That actually would be kind of sick if you could make a big ass warlock closet. I did pick up a bunch of like Legion items that I was gonna make a little like Legion type of hovel. Legion something like a room, maybe basement. Wait, what? Huh? Okay. Okay. Okay, that works out. I was gonna say for a second, like, what? Tiny has a warlock closet? Yo. I kinda wanna do that also. Recently got a lot of Legion remix items. Would you say Flex kicked me someone back? Okay. I guess Flex maybe... I thought I left? I don't know, actually. Yeah, I have no idea. I have no clue. Okay, so Turk is doing this thing. He's in a necrotic wake. Oh, it's probably for like the Actually, what is he doing in necrotic wake? Well, these warlock items are cool. Yeah. Maybe they will list some awesome items on Age sometime. Or add sick PvP rewards. Little PvP boy. I think they should add a bunch of cool sick PvP rewards. Every time you get Gladiator for the season, you should get like something for that season as a reward in your house. We're gonna send my word. Okay. Is it worth having 2 accounts and pay 2 subs? I mean, I do, right? I have an EU account and an A account, so I can hang out with both homies. I feel like it all depends on you. I feel like for most average Joes, your average player, well, even if you're like average players, like your everyday player that plays WoW, it doesn't make really content with it. You just play for the sake of playing. You just enjoy the game. I don't think that's really worth it. Are you on a Death Knight? Or is that a warrior? Wait, is that a Death Knight or is it a warrior? That is a warrior. I was gonna say, you can get these hired muscle, no, living whatever you have, or hired muscle leg guards. Wait, this guy straight up looks like a Death Knight, doesn't he? Like, I guess the shoulders and the gloves, that's Legion remakes, but like the pants, I wasn't sure about. That's sick. Okay, so we still need one of us, and then we're good on this group. And then Flex is ready. Okay, we need +1. Yo, Too Tall, where are you at? I think Blizzard really neglecting PvP for the past 5 expansions. I feel like PvP has been ups and downs. It definitely has had like good parts and bad parts about it. Like BFA. Ah, man, 5 expansions. BFA would be one of them. War PvP in BFA was fun as hell. I think a lot of people didn't like how it was like a whole, what is it? I got a sick berserk thing. Oh yeah, hold on. Oh, yeah, the chest. It's neat. No play BFA. Okay, BFA PvP, you basically did PvE, you did dungeons and raids, so you can get better gear for PvP. That was the worst part about BFA PvP. That being said, world PvP was really popping. It was a lot of fun. Everybody were world PvPing. It was constant skirmishes, constant battles, constantly. It was really enjoyable if you loved world PvP. But your gearing was, you did dungeons and raids to get the best gear in PvP, and that was not okay. Not okay. PvP gear was not competitive. And then you had to get corrupted gear with like all these effects. It was not great, man. Legion, was that one of the 5 expansions? Legion had stat templates, and I kind of hated how they didn't really do too many like talent changes for a lot of specs. But people generally like the idea of like you just hop into PvP anytime you wanna. I remember a lot of people played. I just thought it was the weakest version of WoW PvP, to be honest. In my opinion. I liked it. I was PvPing. It was kind of mildly fun, but like I like the idea of like being able to customize your character. I think it's much better to be able to control what gear I'm wearing in order to make a stronger character than just being like, I hope Blizzard gives me good stat templates and then they just give you a lot of mastery. And I'm like, I'm a rogue, dude. I'm a rogue. Wait, that's actually sick. Hell yeah, dude. Sephiroth, I like that. I like that a lot. Hell yeah. Is there any more? Yeah, one more. One more in this group, and then Flex is ready on his group, and we can just game. Yeah, so we are looking for a +1. But yeah, what else was there? Shadowlands PvP was... A lot of people PvP'd, but there was also a ton of issues. You had to get gear, and you had to upgrade that gear, and you could only upgrade the gear based on how much ranking you had. So the higher rank you were, the better gear you could get. I'm pretty sure it capped out at like 2100, but like if you got 2100, you literally had a gear advantage over everybody else that PvP'd. It was brutal, dude. And then you had a lot of people that got super high gear, tanked their MMR, and were just farming people in 1500 brackets. Because you could just God amongst men could 2v1 anybody with like best slot gear. It was insane. And then the fact people, felt like BGs were really popular. People did RBGs to hit 2400 as quickly as possible. And inflation went through the roof in that. That was like, it had good parts, but also a lot of bad. Plus, the Covenant abilities were super broken. Like, actually broken. Feral Druid with the Necrolord, you would just have a Giga Shield, plus Bear Form healing, and like good self healing, and then you would just put a Bleed, send a Swarm, walk away, and they just died. It was wild. Forgot about the gear thing. Yeah, it was a wild time, honestly. Don't remind me of the Atrocious Shadowlink PvP gear scaling based on running, so make it also terrible. It was terrible, yes. Playing alts was absolutely abysmal. Boom with Convoke, yeah, like season 1, Boom with Convoke or Rogue with crit shoulders, where you would just like Shadow Strike, Carrion, and then we're dead. Literally two-shotted. You had the most burst in PvP ever. It was ridiculous. The Dragonflight came out and they had Solo Shuffle, and I think BG Blitz was not until War Within, or was it Dragonflight that had a BG Blitz? I think they just had Solo Shuffle. And like people played Solo Shuffle, and like a lot of people played Solo Shuffle. A lot of people. But it also contributed to like reduction in people queuing 2s and 3s because you could just queue solo. But it created like its own meta with some toxicity. You know, every meta is gonna have some toxicity, but you had a basically toxic meta with people just like more DPS you have in the group, the more likely you're gonna win. So then you had some people that play comp and play like ethically, and other people would just run in, cleave everything, and hope that they get a win. So you had people getting like absolutely filtered out, and people getting upset because they're getting filtered. And eventually meta, I think, stabilized, and you had people that actually play comps and play, or can play their comp well, and can play strategies well at the top end, and people that just want to come in and just spam AoE cleave got filtered. They had a Blitz and Dragonflight was not drafted. Yeah, it was not drafted, that's true. Then BG Blitz, I think, was this expansion. I think BG Blitz actually has been kind of good, because I feel like just getting a team of 2 RBGs, it's always a little bit like intimidating. But like when you can just queue and play objectives, and there's like pretty like straightforward meta, and every class has a specific role that you play. Some specs play a very, very unique role. Like Outlaw Rogues always is somebody who grapples over to pick up the objectives, because you can zoom around the BG super quickly. Playing objectives in a big like group setting, I feel like is a little bit easier for people to get into. It definitely has its own set of toxicity. Like when you play in like Rat League, right, 2800 brackets, people are just always playing the blame game with one another. But as soon as you get past it into like 3200 MMR, which I don't know why the game throws me into that MMR, but it has been since last season. Or season 1, actually? No, it's, maybe season 1 if not season 2. But it's been throwing me into that high bracket of MMR. Even if season resets, it still keeps my MMR for some reason. And like once you get there, players actually play ethically. And I got a lot of like feedback in terms of like what I should be doing as a rogue, how I should play objectives, what should I do with this map or that map. Like dudes there are actually very helpful. Like people actually are kind of nice, and they just play because they want to be competitive. It's kind of surprising. Like as soon as you get past that Rat League, you stop dealing with like people that are just absolutely awful. And you can actually play like with real players. And you actually learn. It's so wild, dude. It is jarring. All right. So anybody else have a real idea that I could invite? Because I'm yapping out here. We need 1 and we're set. Hold on. Maybe I could just be like, I'm gonna just try with light. I'm gonna be like, we got 2 groups ready. Just need +1. Wanna put, hold on. I'm already here, I get it, they putts, but I'm already here. Wait. Oh, wow, dude. But I'm already here. Oh, yeah, okay. Wild time. Yeah, I get it. Okay, so we need +1. And both groups are set. Down to try a few games. I'm gonna ask Lightsword. I'm gonna ask him. Maybe he's like so knee deep into the housing thing he just doesn't care for PvP, and that's fine. I might just hit him up one more time. Oh, wait, Stoneblood. Hold on a second. Sure? Hold on, Lightsword said yes. Relogging. We got him. Okay. We got Lightsword. Let's play some games. I'm gonna get him in as soon as I got a chance. Beautiful. What a man. They had a Blitz and Dragonflight, but it was not drafted. Wait, Blitz and Dragonflight. Oh, okay. I read that as solo for some reason. I read that as solo. I thought Blitz was good, though. I don't know, man. I just think they maybe need to do something in terms of like, I feel like if anything, if they want to keep the solo stuff going, they just need to improve the queues. You should not be sitting there for 10 minutes waiting for a queue. Unless you're like at literally the highest top of the ladder, literally playing for rank 1, you should not be waiting for 10 minutes. That's diabolical. I think they should find a way for it to rebalance the CR, so like throw people into brackets and you play based on your skill. Let's say like you're playing like super well, but your team is throwing, you should still be able to get CR. They need to figure out a way to calculate it, because there are some times where your team is absolutely trolling. Maybe the healer is just so confused, has no idea what's happening. Maybe the hunter that you keep, like, that's in every group is literally going for 0 wins just because he can't figure out how to press the defensive. That should not be your reason why you lose CR, for any reason. Hunter should lose CR, everybody else should gain some. As long as you play your class well. And if he's not playing well, he should, like, literally fall down. CR should go off a cliff with MMR. Like, let him get a reset. Right? Everybody else that's actually playing the class properly, that's actually contributing, like if they go 3 wins, yeah, you play your class well and you played half your games with a hunter. What can you do, right? What can you do? Blitz is good, but for the Let's Play and Blitz, the conquest rewards are not really good. I do think they should buff those up. Yeah, I do agree they need to buff them up. I feel like if you improve the queue system and give people faster queues, it's going to be much better. I'm gonna make Big Chicken lead. I'll make hockey. I'm gonna make hockey lead, and we good. Beautiful. We're here. Oh, actually, they're ready to play. Spectator match. Reflex and hockey wind. I feel like it is 5 in a grand 1. Beautiful. That should be invited RBG levels of conquest. I feel like if you give faster queues, you're gonna get your conquest really quickly. I mean, you could increase it, but I feel like, so maybe like you just need like a couple of games and you capped, probably. But I feel like if you were to increase like the queue time to maybe it'll be like 2 minutes at most, like you're gonna get through so many games so fast, you're gonna get a conquest. You know what I mean? I'm not against it. I agree with that. Yeah, I feel like you just whatever they do, increase or decrease rather the queue time. Decrease the queue time, and then everything works out. Like, it doesn't matter. You get more games, you get more quality. You could jump in and actually play whenever you want to. You don't need to wait for 10 minutes, 30 minutes, hours in some cases. Just decrease the queue times, whatever you have to do, and make it based on personal performance. If somebody is trolling, that's on them. They're gonna lose CR. If you play the best you can, you're gonna gain something out of it. Maybe a little CR, maybe not a lot, right? Maybe bare minimum, but like you tried your best. It should be a progress that you're building up to, in a way. That's how I feel. Which? Is it Big Blue first? Big Blue Bull versus... Is it the Mog? He got the good Mog. The good Sephiroth Mog. The katana, everything is so perfect. Oh, it's so great. Off the bat opener, the Unholy Death Knight does have a ton of pet, and Sephiroth is gonna back up out of it. This man hates dueling paladins, pharaohs, and pet classes, and this pet class right here is gonna go for the parry while the pets are surrounding him. It doesn't look like, oh wait, no, Blue Bull is playing with the riders. I was thinking where the riders are, but they got feared out. It's gonna be Blazestorm. Blue trying to go for a bit more defense. Disarm right after. Sephiroth getting slowed down. That is gonna be a short slowdown. Needs himself a little bit of healing. Got himself a lot of resources. I don't know if he can go for a heal. Reflect for a second. Does get grip, but it's going to be away from the guy. Just cloned him. Shot us from afar. I don't know if you can heal whatsoever. Needs a heal. But Blue Bull does not let him get a heal whatsoever. What's up, Dan? How you doing, my guy? We get games going. Yeah, Ty. Yeah. If you want to join us, man, if you got spots, we can definitely get you in, man. Blue Bull. I was actually thinking, like, that was a good parry. Waited. Got the pets out of the way. But still, just the damage just trucked on, huh? God bless, pet class players lows. Yeah. I think it's just Arms Warrior in particular struggles with them, right? Because you only have like, you have a parry, but the problem is like those pets for Unholy live a while. Like by the time parry is gone, those pets are going to exist for a little longer. Fearing the riders definitely helps. Stun immediately onto Blue, does go for immediate break out of it, but it's going to be a blind onto where does Blue get a way out of here. He got himself the Apocalypse. Got himself a couple of ghouls in there. Or does he have not the Apocalypse? Does he have the... It doesn't matter. The killing spree comes through. Does he not have the Apocalypse that sends out ghouls? Ray is going to be up next. The Rude charge onto Whirl with the stun right after. Full bleeds in with yet a second stun third. He triple stunned him. This Feral Druid is pretty much a rogue. Does go for the cheap shot. Where he needs whatever healing he can get. Does go for evasion. This is going to give him a little bit of survivability. Cloak shots are after. Has a vanish in case he needs to. May need to use it. Does go for the vanish with another cheap shot. Does he have the damage? He got a blind. But it's going to be a quick skull bash by Ray. Trying to make sure that the Feral does not get out of it. Fenry gonna be up next. Does get hit with the roar. No way to break out of the cyclone. It's gonna be a big black arrow firing into Raynor. Goes shotgunning past him. Got himself a big double tap. Wants to go for a rapid fire. As soon as you have it, instead, maybe aim shot. Maim instead. This Feral's getting really aggressive with stuns, actually. I feel like I see Feral's going for like maybe skull bat or no bash, like normal bear bash. And maybe like Reika stuns, but the maims, man, he's really aggressive with those maims. I think it's actually serving him pretty well. Fenry does have him super low. Try to see if he can set up a trap. Scatter for a second. Flare down. Got himself a bit of defense. Expect the Feral to come out. Wait, he actually just walks into a freezing trap. He had no idea it would be there. This man, this Haunter is so big brain. Ursul's down, but actually using an Ursul's to kind of like zoom himself towards the Feral. Needs one good hit. Volley down. Meets him on the other side and just shotguns him down. Waduro's going to be up next. Feign death immediately. What a freezing trap. No dots in you, right? You're going to have to go for a turtle, I think. Stun around the corner, but Duros actually ended up charging into the wall in such a way where the stun is on the other side of Fenry. Fenry needs to wait the dots out and go for a Kama, that or a turtle. Potentially a turtle. Stun around the corner. I think that does put him in combat. May need to go for turtle immediately. Pet Sack may help him a little. Scatter onto that. What is this? Oh, it's a freezing trap. This guy is still alive. Into a quick feign death. He can't see you. He has Spectral Sight. Does he use Spectral? Definitely should be using it. There it is. He knows exactly where you are. He knows exactly where you are. Every second that you're in camera though is amazing. It is super helpful. The auto attack through the wall does get rooted around the corner. It's going to be a breakout for Fenry though with that human racial out of that stun. Got himself a big explosive shot down onto Duros, taking a lot of damage. Wall is available. Freezing trap onto Duros. Got himself a lot of damage. Biting shot. Massive black arrow crit. That's exactly what I needed. Blur down for Duros right now. Scatters are kind of waning in terms of the pressure. Fenry does get himself into full immunity for Duros. Maybe looking for a turtle here. Might just need him. Got himself Exil. That's helpful. Back it up away from Duros. Is going to catch up to him. Short stun. I think it's going to be a immediate turtle, right? Needs it. Oh! That was way too much damage. I was thinking, honestly, he would be able to maybe get that turtle last second, but not quite. Okay, I see a rogue. We see at least one rogue. At least we saw a rogue. At least one of them. Is a big chicken up next? Alrighty. Duros, Door, and Obsequies, I guess, is going to be on the team one with Big Chicken just going in big damage insta. I think it's down for Duros, actually. I think you realize that, you know what, that's a lot of damage. Most likely dead. Darkness down. Maybe that helps you a little, but you're still taking the constant, consistent damage over time. Are you just dead? Might be. Yeah, every single one of those stars that shoots from the sky, I mean, it's just close to dead. Very close to dead. That's Spectral Sight. Charges past Big Chicken, but does end up taking him out with Door immediately landing a stun. Got himself. Wait, what is this set? Are you purple? It's like a Dark Ranger, but the one to wear pajamas type of a look. It's gonna go for a disarm. That's actually huge against a marksman. Bash off of that root is gonna be the pet joining. Wait, do you actually have a pet with him? That's an actual pet? As a marksman? Okay. Looks like he's actually playing a pet, so he's kind of giving up on the eagle. The spotter eagle for the time being. Big burst out for Chicken. Massive output. The trees are in. They got rooted for a second. Rapid fire flying in into the boom kit. Aim shot does get a juke behind the pillar. Dora still taking a decent bit of damage for Big Chicken. Anytime he's got a big burst go, that could be a huge opportunity. Heart of the Wild is active. Got a pet that he can at least build up some resources off of. And it's going to be a freezing trap around the corner. Dora with a binding shot. Big Chicken does get a juke behind the pillar. That is going to be a disarm as he's trying to see if he can set up some damage. Yet another stun. For Big Chicken right now, he's actually kind of free to do damage. If he has any, interrupt their own regrowth, not amazing. Bear form and rage regen, or frenzy regen is going to help him at least do a bit of recovery. Silence with the root, unfortunately, doesn't really stop a Hunter's burst, but at least Big Chicken got himself big damage. Massive, huge burst out of the Hunter, but I think Chicken may still have it. He got dots on the door, and that last collapse star does do it with Obsequies. I'm gonna guess his name is Obsequies. I'm not really sure, but definitely can get him in here. Yeah, I will when we got one. I'll let you know when we got a spot, man. 100% guarantee I'll let you know. Stun onto obsequies is going to be a leap out of chicken. Back it up out of there. Is this going to be a Shadow Priest with... Do you just purchase for mobility? Or was that an accident? I'm not even sure, actually. Maybe just use it for mobility. Just drop it down. Back-to-back Shadow Crashes onto chicken. Flash heal around the corner. Got himself a bit of that VE. I don't know if he's a Rift Mage or a Rift Priest or if he's Archon Priest. Chicken landing that quick Prowl stun. I do love seeing the little Prowl stuns by Boomkins though. I think it's sick because it gives you like a little opportunity to go for a stun, maybe some damage while you're running away, or for a Cyclone, gives you a bit of CC. Obsequies does get the dots onto the Druid, unfortunately. But for Chicken, he's got himself Incarnation coming up very, very soon. Also, Celestial Element, yet another stun, is going to use it in order to set up some damage. Is going to be a stun out of Obsequies, though. Do you have the Rift, or are you the Archon? He is... No, he is the Rift. He is the Rift. Shout him out for a second, but the Rift knows exactly where you are. The Rift is a little bit too smart for its own good. Big burst out for Chicken, but the Rift is still doing a ton of damage. Shadow Priest, every time you get a proper Rift going, as long as you can really build it up just a little bit, it's always like a big ticket time bomb. Ready to go at any moment. Quick bash around the corner. You go for a bit of Convoke. I think defensively behind the pillar. Silence to follow. All you can do is go in bear form and try to get himself a bit of healing. Obsequies is taking a lot of damage from the Dryad, as well as the Starfall around the corner. So that's going to be a bit of a reset between the two. It's going to come down either to the Boomkin getting a 1-up onto Obsequies. His cooldowns are coming up in like 10 seconds. At least partially. For Obsequies, he's still got a lot of TDs. He disperses back up unavailable. Instant disperse versus Chicken. Is going to give him a lot of healing. 45% dampening, that is going to give a lot of output there. Got himself a VE as well. The only thing the Shadow Priest does not have here is good mobility. Fade, trying to see if he can dodge the stun. Huge stun onto Chicken right after. Does get the Shadow Crash, but he has to go behind the pillar. He has VE. So if you can get some dots on the Chicken, burst and VE, that will at least help maintain him. Won't help him fully recover, but will at least help maintain him. For Chicken right now, regrowth and maintaining a high health pool is the better play, because that at least gives you some advantage. Great fade, juking it out completely. I don't know if you have a silence. You do have a silence. I think he will try to close up to for a fear. Bash, Trinket, you will need something. VE definitely needs to be used immediately. Silenced out. Wait, Chicken could just stand you right here. Star Surge 1, 2. Just a couple of bang. 1, 2, 1, 2. Pick it up 3. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Let's get us another going. Hockey and Flex, let me know when you guys are ready. Or if you guys need more bodies. Ty is around. He's interested. That thing was nuts. You got it. At some point, he's going to catch him, right? He knows that the Boomkin is going to run out, so he just more or less knows he's stealth. I'm going to go around the corner. Fade. Either I dodge it, or he stuns me anyway. Like, at that point, you just gotta. Hockey is ready. As soon as Flex lets me know he's ready, we'll send it. Flex still ready. Beautiful. We'll send you guys into a Toll Viron. We got a lot of casters, and Toll Viron is fantastic for a bit of that range. Does Devour have decent self-healing? Pretty decent, yes. Decent self-healing. Is anything castable on demand? Everything is castable on demand, and you can move. Your the only real ability that you have that has a cast to it is you consume, and that's your basic builder. You're going to be spamming that a lot. It becomes Devour within when you metamorphosis. All good. Yeah. So that is your right door. Hell, you did. I like your mock. I need to take a look at it. But yeah, Devour has your Reap is instant cast. Beam is beam. Collapse and Star is a cast that you have to stand for, but it's worth it because you can make it a guaranteed crit and have crit scaling. So it's worth it. But the main one was Consumption or Devour, depending if you're like in meta or out of meta. You can move while casting the entire time. You can't like teleport mid-cast or anything, so it is going to be you have this blink teleport thing for your like Fell Rush ability, but you can't use it while mid-cast, unfortunately. So you will need to like move, cast, move, cast. But the other spells are instants, so you'll be able to use them. Plus, you play a melee build where you rush in, do AoE, and leap out anyway, so you don't even cast that much to begin with, really. But no, it's really good healing, good mobility. I think you'll like it. Which. Got ourselves, is it Sephiroth again? It is Sephiroth. Rematch versus Blue Bull. Ain't no way. He just yoinked that boy back. And it's like, where are you going? Get back over here. What got rooted? I think some of the pets got rooted. The A-bomb Yeah, A-bomb got rooted. Sephiroth, he just tried to see if he could survive. The best he can do is maybe line aside Blue Bull and then just hang out behind the pillar with the pets. That's about all he can do right now. He literally could not escape though because of Chain of Ice, just constantly kiting him out. Battle Sense available, doing some damage, trying to see if he can maximize some pressure. Blue Bull will take a lot of damage from an Arms Warrior. Demolish does connect from a distance, but a Death Pack does give him a little bit of health to work with. Sephiroth needs to use whatever he can just to survive. Big Leap finally able to disconnect. Now the question is, can he hang on behind the pillar, let the passive regen kick in? Blue is going to have that Death Pack falling off of him. So he's going to be able to properly heal now. Stun onto Sephiroth. And unless you have a heal right here, does pick up a mortal heal. Stun onto Bull. Bull does have a trinket for it. Has an execute as well. Sephiroth with a short stun yet again. Unless he's got something, yeah, it is over. It is lights. It is unfortunate. Just the unfortunate matchup between a warrior and a unholy death knight. It's just the pets that do so much. And you could also, as a DK, just be super far away from warrior. Just hit him with Glowing Shadows, Death Calls, and there really isn't much you can do as a warrior, unfortunately. Gotta be Fenrir trying to see if he can kite around Big Blue Bull, but this guy just continued to press on. Any death strike he gets to use right now is massive. Pet gets stunned up even though it's empowered. That's unfortunate. Wall out for Fenrir. Got himself a big old what is it called? Lock and load proc, and that was going to be just enough. Duros wanted to go in for immediate hunt, but didn't quite go for it. Question is, can Fenrir do the same freezing trap thing on the hunt again? Or do they play DVD? Okay. So, Ty, we will have your spot. You can take Sephiroth's spot. So we will get your spot here in a second. Let me message you real quick. Got you a spot after this one. Yeah, so one of the teams will be losing a warrior, but don't worry, we got Ty coming in immediately to replace him. No worries. Guess at this later point we'll nerf DH, DK healing to pick up to other classes like Triple Shaman. Yeah, I feel like if you look at it like the healing of classes on beta, I wouldn't be too worried about the damage or healing. Everything is up in the air. It's all tuning based, so no guarantee. And this man just pulls it up, but it does go for the trinket. Trying to see if he can maximize whatever mobility is picked up versus Fenrir. Does hit him within a prism. Into a Sigil of Misery. Unfortunately, it does not connect with a binding shot, further stunning him off of that go. Short stun right after. Looking for another aim shot. Melts for a second. Closing the gap. Got himself the big blaze, the big cleaves going in. Back it up out of there for a second to the charge right after. Fenrir get himself a huge double tap proc ready to go. Mad damage available, but Duro's got himself Metamorphosis as well. Scatter on the I-beam, rapid fire, but the darkness keeping him alive. Duro's landing a short stun. Unless Fenrir gets a stun right now, I don't know if he's going to be able to live it. Maybe looking for a turtle shell here. He's got Black Arrow. Does he have the dots? He might just have the dot damage. No, not enough dot damage. Duros barely has a sliver of health. You just need one good hit and rapid fire is gonna do it. Now you need recovery. Immediate recovery in health. And Door is gonna be up next. A Hunter and Camo wait for you. Flare almost landing on Fenrir, but not quite. And Fenrir needs this recovery right now. He needs this. For Door, eyes are available on either side. So I'm wondering if he's just gonna play traps all over the place and then play the stealth game. Or if he's gonna go for the eye and try to be proactive with it. Because Fenrir get all his health back. Both of them are hunters too. So it's gonna be all cooldowns available. Fenrir is gonna be behind on offensive and self-healing a little, but that's about it. And Fenrir is the one getting aggressive with picking up the eyes. So he's gonna be able to see where Door is at. So now he can actually control where the duel is going to be. Does walk over freezing trap. Binding shot waiting for him, unfortunately. Feign death for a second. Has to hold his ground. Otherwise, he's just going to get stunned up. Rapid fire for Door. Got himself volley around the corner. Is going to be short stun into Fenrir. Human Rage to break out of it. Does have to go for a turtle. He did use Exil here. He was able to get his... I think at least he looked like he used Exil there just now. Actually, no. I don't think it was Exil. I think it was a wall. They gave him free Exil. Freezing trap around the corner and Door avoiding the binding shot altogether. I think it's down for Fenrir. Unless he can somehow escape. Tar trap is going to stop him in place. He just one hit away. Feign death for a second. Is it going to be enough? Yeah, unfortunately it's not. Door does end up taking him out. That is so rough, man. That is so rough. Wild Dip actually gets a proper chance to play. I love he's got his original mock, man. Original look. I love it. Absolutely love it. Hey, let me know. I'm gonna play DBD. I'm just gonna fight him again. Okay. So if you want to keep playing, man, I'm totally down. Yeah. FK to Biles. Oh, you played DBD? Is it like you're gonna play it like DBD strats? Is that what you're saying? Or actually gonna play DBD while also? I don't understand. Legit no way for me to win the matchup. You can just say AFK 10 miles over wall pets nuke me, did 63 million damage to me. I think as the burst, and that's the problem with the warrior versus the rider playstyle of Unholy. Because the pets, the riders, last for quite a while. Like, it doesn't matter if your A-bomb can hit you. The riders are going to do a lot of damage by themselves. And then if your ghoul sneaks around the main one, and it's buffed up, maybe it's really, really good. Door is actually going to focus the damage on the main pet. He's actually going to focus it down for a bit. While they may be in a situation where we might have to actually use some of his health in order to heal it, he is finally able to get a little bit of a setup versus Door. Stuns around the corner, but he's perfectly fine. Mortal does end up interrupting the double tap rapid fire. I think it was a double tap rapid fire. Overlord unfortunately does not get the damage. Star Trap onto Wild Imp. Wants to go for a fear cast. Almost able to land it, but that turtle shell lasted for a while. It is going to go for a gateway just to close that gap using line of sight. Got him to a big old pit lord. Or not pit lord, Doom Guard. Definitely gotta let the Doom Guard do a lot of damage. Is gonna be a stun onto Door. Rapid fire is available. Imp got himself plenty of instacast. And Door, he's in a situation where he's gotta run away from these pets. Binding shot is gonna be huge. But that Doom Guard should be able to get a cast. I think I got one. I think it's literally I just got one. Dude, it's gonna be nice when you can actually control when you summon that thing. It is gonna be 2 minutes CD with some cooldown reduction. Wait, those imps know exactly where you are. That imp knows exactly where you are. That imp is sussing you out. He knows exactly where you are. If Wild Imp is careful, he'll see one of his imps is like way out of line. He ain't following the crowd. He ain't following the group. This thing knows exactly where you are. He's actually just right on your tail. He knows where you are. Tyrant normally is another pet that does this too. When you stealth, he knows where you are. He just does. That imp, I think, is like a tyrant in the making. Except, hopefully not dumb like a Tyrant, because Tyrant is the dumbest NPC ever. Maybe the next patch it would be a little bit better. Door is going to try to see if he can back up out of there. He has to control the main Felguard pet. Maybe if you could wait this out, maybe go for a camo. Big, rapid, massive rapid fire firing away at him, but it's just the pets are going to, yeah. The pets are going to take you out. There's not much you can do. Demon Dog is charging in. That thing is going to leap, and that's it. Just has to wait it out. Unfortunately, yeah, you're just gonna have to wait it out. Kadika's run out of spear. I think they wasn't Horse letting him run out of spear before. I'm pretty sure Horse was letting him. I don't know if that's because the Horse is like, it's supposed to break a lot of the, it breaks the interaction for a lot of the slowing effects. It all depends. I'm not sure. I think they can. If Chillpills was here, he'd know for certain. I think I've seen him mount up on a horse and just ignore mechanics though. More than once. So I think maybe Spear is one of those things that would be ignored by them. Yeah, Spear does seem pretty bad. Almost negate all movement and parent effects. If the Spear comes with a passive slow, then I think it does negate it, yes. If the Spear only has a grip effect, I don't think the horse... Actually, do they even get grip on a horse? They may not. Yeah, they may not actually. Void Tornado for Obsequies, with the Imp absolutely just getting shut down back. That does use the Dark Racial to remove the dots, but then it's going to put him in horror. Big Reflect for Obsequies actually reflected the big Void Volley back at himself, and that's all the pets, all just in a single wombo combo succession. All of it all together with Raynor going to be the last one over for the Team 1. Wild Imp is actually putting in some work here. And unfortunately, the Feral Druid is going to leap, but the main pet, his main Felguard was spinning. So as soon as he leapt in, he got cleaved by the Felstorm. So he took him out of stealth so that a rake was not a stun. Incap immediately if you were to follow. Got a full control over the Feral Druid. All Wild Imp can do right now is control the Feral, send the pets, let the pets do work. Overlord, oh, or rather, what is that guy? He's a Fel Lord? Not an Overlord, but he looks like the Overlord. I think it's a Fel Lord. That guy almost landing that AoE cleave. Almost. What does Wild Imp have a port? He might. Trinket is going to be stunned on array. Trading with an Axos. I don't know if Mortal is available. Is going to be port. Does he have Gateway? He may need Gateway. Bite is going to secure the win, unfortunately, for the Warlock. It's rough. It's a lot of damage at once. I should got Necrobanner instead of Unholy. I honestly was surprised that, like, Spear is cool. It's fine. But I am surprised that Warriors did not get banner. Because look, Pandaria, they had banners. And at some point, the Warriors are going to bring in back banners, like Skull Banner, but then they decided against it, I think, a Dragonflight. I feel like that banner would have been awesome. Imagine you raise a banner and you inspire all of the allies. And they could have easily just had a Alliance banner or a Horde banner for a visual. And it could be like, hey, it gives you like reduces movement slows. Maybe give it like reduces movement slow for your allies as well. Maybe gives your allies like a little bit more health, some more health, and gives you like a damage buff. And a slight one for them. I feel like it would have been sick. It would have been so sick. You could have just made like an arms warrior only or fury warrior only, or I don't know. Something along those lines. I think that would have been sick. Playing more with an outlaw after playing with an outlaw feels so weird. Yeah, outlaw is not outlaw. I do agree with you too. I do agree with you on that, where the new outlaw in Midnight, I actually like it a little more than the current. Like current is fine, it's okay, but I feel like you actually have like some impact. You have some oomph to your abilities over on the beta. You know what I mean? Big Convoke does get Skull Bash. Raynar's still taking a lot of damage though. The Star Sword is off of that Convoke. It's still going to be empowered. And it's still going to be very, very huge. Big stun. Bites. Chicken is just living through this. He's just ignoring all that bite damage on a Ray. Is going to have to go for regrowth. Wait, are the bleeds in? Ooh, the bleeds though. Is we're going to give him the honorable duel? Looks like he is giving the Feral a proper chance here. He is going to give him the proper honor duel. Love to see it. Do we get flying of the jump at midnight? Yes, you do get flying of the jump. It looks like ever since Skywriting, they essentially started creating those expansions again with flying in mind, and the zones are huge, but it's like really cool to explore. Silvermoon is massive. Like, talk about an actual capital city, dude. Well, not capital city, but that'd be Orgrimmar, but it's a huge city. The zones are pretty massive. I thought they were kind of tiny at first, but they're huge. There's plenty to explore. Yeah, plenty to explore. And even the Void Storm zone is also pretty cool too. It does feel like we're only getting like 3 zones more or less. We're getting like Silvermoon, which I guess is like a city. I guess we get Isla Quildanas, which is like kind of an area, kind of a zone. And then we get Eversong Woods. We got the Troll area. I forget what's it called. When we get Void Storm. But like it feels like we only get 3 zones in a way. We got a big city, massive city, and then like 3 zones. But like a portion of the quest happens in the city. Like a decent bit. Ray versus War though. I feel like Outlaw Rogue loses this every time. Zul? Is it Zulaman? Is it Zulaman? No, if it flurries right here. If it flurries right here. It might be Zulaman. Yeah, I just couldn't remember. Where does pick up the eye is going to get the pistols flying onto Ray, not letting the Feral get a proper opener. For Ray, he does need to build up some resources, maybe get a stun. He's going to go for immediate stun, immediate trick for Whir. Unfortunately, no evasion, so it's going to be wall out for the Feral Druid evasion. Big, yo, Kill XP absolutely breaking through that wall like it ignores it. Absolutely did a ton of damage with 40% damage reduction. There's going to be some ambushes back to back for Whir. Got him some cloak in case he needs it. Sheep shot for a second. Just continuing on and pressed on the advantage. That was crazy. That Kill XP just threw a sick, 40% damage reduction. And it just ignored it. Feral dropped down super, super low. That's crazy. Let's get us another one going, boys. Boris and Hockey. Let me know if you guys are good, and we'll send it again. Or if you need more bodies, I do have Ty down for it. Ready? Beautiful. So it's up to Flex now. Here we go. Is it later in you? I'm kind of tired. Why am I running like a DB? Yeah, all good, man. You're all good. Don't you worry about it. I know it's super late for EU. That's why we do duels like super early my time. But it's like decent for EU. Hell, EU guys, the Russian dudes, Nesmershka, he asked me, yo, can you do it like an hour earlier? That'd be great. So I am actually doing it on EU hour earlier. But when it comes to NA, like 5 p.m. evening, that's about where everybody's on playing. More or less, at least East Coast and onwards on a Sunday or Saturday. So it just kind of works. Let me set you guys into I guess we'll do hook point. We'll give you some arenas with like some walls. I feel like a massive open arena for a warrior versus an Unholy Death Knight probably also wasn't ideal. It's because the walls are really, really massive. So by the time warrior gets around while Chain of Ice is on and the Death Knight is in a horse, right, the Death Knight can just run circles around them and constantly hit you. You can't really line of sight. You can't actually chill behind the pillar ever. Flex is in. Yo, I think Flex was in when... Was Flex the Demon Hunter? Was Flex the Demon Hunter earlier? Or was he the Shadow Priest? It's like did switch up to something. You're the Lex? Okay, so somebody did switch up. I don't remember. I don't know which one Flex was prior. But we got it. Good Twitch. Alright, we got team 1 with Big. Is he gonna be first up again? I believe so far he's played first a couple of times. Door also trying to get out of the starting area. We got Flex, we got ourselves Fury in here as well. I like the like wait, I want to see the rest of your mug. It's like really kind of low fantasy. Very paladin-esque, very kind of low fantasy warrior. I've been really appreciating like the low fantasy plate sets. Like as low fantasy as possible. Like something intricate, but not a completely high fantasy, super crazy. Flex versus Imp off the bat. Survival Hunter does get the pet. Are you just gonna kill Command while in camo? I mean, technically you could. Wait, this kill command strat is gonna be insane at midnight because there's no cooldown on kill command. You can just spam it like infinitely. Got him some grenades, is gonna harpoon in, but the axe toss connects. Mortal Coil to follow, got himself a tyrant, is gonna be a quick intro. Flex taking a lot of damage from those pets, but it is at least an opportunity for him to potentially get a big go. Does get axe toss again on his big Fury of the Eagle. It was starting to do a decent bit of damage, even for a short few seconds. Still gonna be a full-on tyrant. All the pets are empowered. Maybe you could use the main Rapture pet to like taunt. It looks like maybe either Wild Im's pets are attacking the pet of Flex's, that or he used it to taunt certain mobs in order to make sure that's not hitting him directly. That is going to be a Chaos Mother unleashing just a lot of Chaos Salvo damage, just nothing you can do about it. With Imp trying to go for a fear, does go for the knockdown, but also gets knocked down in the clothesline by the big fat lord at the same time. Yet another axe toss. He got grenades, but Flex right now in a situation where he either gotta wait until cooldowns are available, landing a quick kick on a fear, freezing trap, waiting for Flex. He's got a bit of damage. I don't know if he's got any more grenades. Stuns back to back is going to be handled down. Flex does see a pit lord attacking him, leaping in, but unfortunately the leap just did not do enough damage to land the kill. Although the flank and strike leap can definitely do a ton of damage, and that's another stun. Absolutely DR'd. Door tried to go for a couple of CCs onto Imp. Got himself a bit of damage set up too. More pets flying out of the twisting nether for Wild, as this is going to be more rapid fires. Door just trying to make sure he's got himself the angle. I like his whole classic Hunter set look going on, but got just plenty enough damage. Explosives, aim shots, procs flying. With a Hunter that just sent everything against survival, yeah, you're not really going to leave up against some marksmanship after, especially when they send literally everything. Sephiroth does have a reflect. If you went a little to the left, I know you were rooted. I know you were rooted, so you couldn't really go. He's gonna get frozen. He's gonna get frozen. Unless he's careful. He's avoided that freezer trap masterfully. What is it? Spear down onto Door. As long as you don't walk next to the binding shot, you'll be okay. Blaze Storm out. So that does give you like... I don't think the binding shot actually bound to you, so that could still stun you. He knew. He sat it there. He knew. He knew that there was a trap waiting there. Unfortunately, there was a turtle out for Door. That leap was so perfectly placed. Unfortunately, you left as Door used disengage too, so it's like there's no way you planned it. I mean, it's a good call thinking, I think Hunter is here, but there's no way you were going to predict that he is going to disengage that way though, is it? Door taking a ton of damage into a short stun. This needs one execute. The reflect, the diabolical reflect. Oh my god. I guess that makes sense. Like, what is a Hunter going to do in that situation? He has to press the reflect. He absolutely has to. Sephiroth, unfortunately, is taking a lot of bleed damage in the open. Array is going to swing around the corner. Charge stun by Sephiroth. At least able to get a proper opener stun onto Ray. Maybe they'll give him a setup. Leap right after. Just try to see if he can walk away. I think that it's just going to be Moonfire spam out for Raynark. So Sephiroth is not going to get any healing at all. He got to reflect for a second. Not really sure whether that's going to stop. Maim with an immediate full stun. There's nothing you can do. There's not much you can do as a warrior, unfortunately. As a Fury Warrior in Midnight with the cheat death mechanic, yes, there's going to be plenty to do, but now at the moment, no. Fenry landing off the full rapid fire around the corner with a volley. That's going to be a short war by Ray. And him being able to get a proper opener without Ray getting stealth is going to be huge for the Hunter. I think it's definitely going to give him an advantage in this matchup specifically. So for Ray, he's got to play in off of the back foot, back paw, if you will. Fenry, though, is taking a lot of bleed damage. Like, I know it looks like he's the one doing damage to Raynark, but those bleeds are ramping up. They are stacking up. And Fenry is going to get yoinked back in. Actually avoids it completely. Wall still available for Ray. Unless Fenry has anything, he also has a wall for himself. Using that just to live the bleed damage. Body shot around the corner. Roar. Ray's going to get stuck here. He knows he's going to get stuck. Interrupted for a second. Aim shot, point blank range. Volley down. I don't know if you have yourself a huge hit. Rapid fire to go. You have an aim shot. Just need to get one hit. One big hit. Black arrow. Aim shot, baby? No, no aim shot. And Fenris might just die to the bleeds. Oh my God, Ray. He just gotta put the bleeds and believe in the bleeds, man. That's all he has to do is just set the bleeds in and believe in the bleeds. Send them, let them sit there, and back up out of there. Man, Feral bleeds are absolutely brutal, gruesome. Is it gonna be the Boomkin? I actually feel like the matchup here, is it the Boomy? I feel like Boomy is gonna have a rougher matchup. I feel like Rogue is not a great matchup against the Feral either, but it's like slightly better. Slightly better, mostly because the Feral does not have a wall, does not have a trinket. Wait, Chicken knows exactly where you are. Yeah, actually Chicken could probably do something too. He could go for a lockdown. You got trees, roll for a second, trinket bash, you got a full burst go. Wrath, you got a full setup. Huge potential damage. Star Surge is flying. Nothing Ray can do except go for a maim and maybe get himself a bit of healing. Bleeds are in. Chicken with a bark skin. Then it's also going to be Thorns. Knocking it back for a second. A bit of healing. And he's got regrows, but Chicken last time did die to the bleeds. So he's trying to counteract those bleeds immediately. He literally has to stand regrowth. His stealth is not moving anywhere. He's just using regrowth in order to counteract the bleeds that keeps constantly putting his health further and further down. Now he's finally healing. Now he's actually able to recover a little. Now those bleeds kind of waned a bit. But for Ray, it's going to be a second until he can get himself full Tiger's Fury. Big bleeds. Back up out of there. He does have a big go, actually. Roar onto Chicken. Full bleeds are in. Maim to follow. Got himself a big pickup. That's going to be full go with Ursul's on top of it. So Chicken can't really go anywhere. Trying to go for a meld, but it's going to be a bite. And taking him out. That's just rough, man. As a Feral Druid, it is not. It is definitely an advantageous duel versus Boomkin. I feel like for Chicken, there was like a pretty good situation. No trinket, maybe I can bash, send cooldowns, but as soon as the Feral, I feel like Feral has a better recovery. Boomkin, or rather, Feral does have decent recovery. So does a Boomkin. That being said, bleeds just add so much consistent, strong damage. Boomkin has burst, but as soon as you go behind the pillar, that's it. The Boomkin is gone. The fact that you were right next to that Feral, he finds you with a roar right after immediately. It's going to be an opportunity for the Rogue to have a go. Maim does go for human racial. Bark's available for Raymnark. Going to be a full killing spree as the Rogue has evasion. Trying to go for a clone. Vanish to follow. Yeah, those vanishes, you're not going to be able to get a clone at all. Try to see if you can knock it back a little. It's going to be a huge charge by the Rogue. You didn't Blade Rush there, did you? Charge by the Warrior with Peter going to be up next. Does get hit with a disarm. Is going to go for a disarm from the Rogue. Trying to continue the pressure with an AoE stun. Does not connect as the Rogue does leap out of it with a grapple. Roar to follow. Blaze Storm right after. Where does not have an evasion for this, so he just has to back up out of there and save himself a little bit of time. What is this slow you got on him? Is that Shiv? Did you Shiv him with a mad slow? Sap around the corner. Diabolical. Cheap shot to follow. Trinket right after. Fear to follow. Word does have... He doesn't have a trinket. Parry, I think he just got to run. Grapple? Another grapple? If I think he double grapple is huge. What was that charge? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, is he Blade Rush? Because Rogues are playing Blade Rush on the beta, so I'm wondering if we're picked up Blade Rush just because he's used to it now. Is it a good button? Got 3 skew. Okay. That's fine, friend. Yeah. So Wild Imp is bailing, so we can get Ty in, by the way. We can finally get Ty properly place him. Appreciate your Wild Imp coming by, man. Always fun having you here, man. Always fun having you here. I gotta talk to you about Demonology Warlock sometime, just see how they are in the beta. They got a bunch of new talent changes too. I was aware and they exist. I am aware, yes. Warriors are just buns at duels right now. Pretty much just here to fill a spot. Any dots or a whole run and heal required duels fails. Yeah. Midnight can't come soon enough for Warriors, I think. Although their damage for PvE content has definitely been on the lower end, but at least for PvP they seem to be kind of survivable. You know what I mean? For PvP it seems to be a little bit of a different story. Fury just getting riddled with bullets from a distance, like we're just building combo points from far away. Disarm for disarm, he's still got a pistol. He can still just keep firing away, which is crazy. Fury just can't do much about it. Short cheap shot, got himself a couple of finishers. It's going to be some more damage. Range pistol does end it all with potential advantage to get away from Big Blue. He's trying to see if he can just reset it. Sap. Oh, the Saparoo. The Saparoo goes through. That's crazy. He's going to get stunned, unfortunately. He does have Cloak, so you could Cloak Vanish. Like, if all the pets come out, it's going to be evasion. It's going to be all the pets. I think maybe Vanish Cloak and just out. Yeah, exactly what he's going to go for. Vanish Cloak, let it reset. He doesn't want to fight any of the pets. Big Blue may just have to pick up the eyes and send the pets over at work. That's about all he can do right now. Maybe he could get him to reposition. Possibly. You gotta be off the mount to find him. Off your mount to find him. He's gonna get sapped up. Dismount and send your pets at him. Unfortunately, Word does pick up a disease hanging out next to the A-bomb. Just a stinky, stinky A-bomb. Cheap shot follows through with an IBF out of Big Blue. Disarm right after for Word. Shortest stun in the world, but it still has an opportunity to continue putting in pressure. He got kill spree coming up very, very soon, so Big Blue is not ready for it. If he doesn't have a stun for the killing spree, there goes stun. I think he could just killing spree, but he's gonna back up out of it. I think he's just gonna wait until Adrenaline Rush is back, and then he's gonna press Adrenaline Rush and go for a full spree and make some damage happen. That may be the play here. Kidney, if you got spree, this could be a huge time. Mad burst damage, just firing bullets right through the Tauren. Literally bullets flying through the guy and just end up on the other side. Well done, well done. Ray absolutely dominant for his team, doing really, really well, but Word does bring it back with 3 over for his team as well. Alrighty, let's get us another one going. Let's see. Yo, Hockey is gonna need 1 invite. I got you, fam. Ty, we got a spot for you right now. Yeah, and pass mid lead too. I'm gonna get you guys a +1. Unless Ty changes mind, we can get him in. Also gotta list the group over in the under Molten Core. I don't know if Ty wants to sign up like that, or I can just invite him directly. Either one works. Based on what I'm seeing, at least you can live in duels and beta. Everything seems to be immortal on there with the amount of healing going out from DPS specs. But it's is it really that bad? I mean, I guess like if you have a lot like in actual PvP, right? Like solos and comp-based PvP, or any group PvP, right? Blitz, solos. If everybody has a lot of self-healing, and then if healers do as much healing as they do, nobody's gonna die. So they're probably gonna bring some things down. But I think it's kind of cool, like when you have DPS versus other DPS, and you're like dueling each other, and you have decent healing, so you can have a proper like fight. It doesn't end in like 2 seconds. I like I was tabbed, pausing and change video tabs and open on array and managed to turn it around. Is that what happened? That's how you got the opener. You were standing still for a second. Watch a 5-minute duel of Snoopy versus Arms Warrior Fury, where the warrior would just not die unless he in that. It is kind of crazy. It is crazy. Lost 3. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wait, so Boris's team, they lost 3 people. Damn. Damn, better y'all all will change. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. I think they have been doing a bit of tuning recently with classes. Like they nerfed all 3 specs of rogues by like 16% overall. But I think it's because rogues are all overperforming. But even those numbers, like it does hurt to be nerfed by 16%. Like it sucks. It feels bad, but it's like not a final number either. But it looked like they decided like, let's bring rogues down quite a decent bit. But yeah. And Paladin hits sucks at healing, even though those classes have proper healing specs. Paladin hit sucks at dealing. Oh yeah, that's true. That is weird. I think at least hybrid classes should have a lot of healing. Like, on one hand, when you have a DPS versus a DPS fight each other, and you have a decent bit of healing so the duel doesn't end in like 2 seconds, I actually kind of like having some survivability, you know, having some playability. Having something to keep yourself alive, right? So it's a choice as a player, like I choose to live, and you can actually live. It's not like, well, I have nothing I can do, I guess I'm gonna die. I don't like that. I feel like it should always be a choice. Whether it's like a talent you had to pick up, maybe you sacrifice something else, but you have more survivability. I think it's perfectly fine. It plays better, man. It plays better. Yeah, but like when you add that self-healing for DPS plus a healer in like BG Blitz or a healer in like an arena, and then there's like, oh, those games are gonna get drawn out a little, huh? Unless they're looking to reduce healers' healing, But when you play a healer, your whole point is to heal. But I guess it all depends who you ask, right? Some people want to be able to play a healer that CCs and can contribute in damage. And yeah, they heal, but they also want to be able to do other things that can help secure or kill. Other people just want to, I'm a healer, I heal, you DPS, I just heal. So maybe they'll end up shooting stuff. Yeah, if you're trying to bring new people into PvP, you have to slow down time to kill so people feel like they have a chance, period. I do agree, but you can't have it so slow. I don't think the game should ever be as fast as Shadowlands was. That was atrocious. But you can't have the games last forever either. I don't think you also should have, like, the problem also was too, like, in BFA, I think games lasted there very, very long, but it was a lot of, like, technical skill you needed with a class to be able to last for a long time. I feel like there should be, like, some kind of, games should last longer, but, like, being able to heal yourself should not be, like, super hugely technical so that a new player can actually do it, right? They can actually pull it off. But yeah, like, every ability should be impactful enough. Though you shouldn't be getting like one shot by things either. Well, unless you mess up super hard. Like if the other person pulls off some crazy ass combo, like if you have like, I don't know, like for example, if you gave Warlocks an ability that has like a 10-second cast, but it deals a giga damage and you just let the cast go off, you should get one shot by that. I don't think they'll ever add something like that in the game, but I'm just throwing an example, right? If somebody pulls off some crazy technical feat and you get one shot by it, you should get one shot. Or at least take like huge truckload of damage. It's got rid of micro CC, thank God. I don't think CC, they are reducing CC, but I don't think they should get rid of CC. I think CC is super sacred to PvP. Like CC has always been in the game, right? Like since vanilla, and you know, rogues would lock people down for like hours on end with crowd control. It feels like hours, wasn't literally hours, maybe like a minute at most. But like you would sap, then you would cheap shot, kidney shot, blind, restyle sap, big sap again, cheap shot, kidney shot, blind, you know, you throw a prep somewhere in between of that to get a blind back, cold blood eviscerate, stuff like that, right? But yeah, I think getting rid of some micro is probably good. Micro optimization things is probably nice. Do it with self-healing is way worse to do it. Do it with self-healing, so you just think they should slow down the damage? It does feel like the damage slowed down a decent bit. I mean, okay, so there was like a whole bug with trinkets where they were giving you like a shitload of stats. That was not helpful. But yeah. If you don't have a healer, HP bars should just go down, but slowly. It makes sense for of progress, but you know what is happening. How to deal with the other person full HP, has 0 feel for it. I see what you mean. I think some classes having some self-healing is fine though. I think some classes maybe should passively have some damage reduction, but they don't really heal, while others do have some healing components. Maybe everybody should have some form of healing, like every so often. But yeah, like if a warrior has a lot of like ways to reduce damage, or like parry attacks, or like cheap death that they have for Fury right now, I feel like that's not that bad, where like a paladin or like a shaman should have some healing, being a hybrid class and all, right? Like shaman puts a totem down and that heals him a little, and then maybe he'll get a heal here and there. Paladin stands there and puts up, you know, eternal flame on himself and that heals over time, shit like that. Yeah, I think it's nothing. It just all comes down to tuning. I feel like neither way is wrong. It all comes down to tuning. At some point, they wanted to what is it? Speaking of DD, at some point they wanted to do like a thing in Warlords in particular where, or maybe it was in past Warlords, but they basically wanted to make it so that, let's say you're taking constant damage in a PvP fight, like Arena. The healer isn't able to pop your health to full in a global. If you're not getting healed, your health bar is constantly going down. A healer stops your health bar from going down. Initially they wanted so it's like you really have to try to bring that health bar back up, but your base heal abilities without cooldowns should just stop that health bar from going down. Or it's like a game of tug of war. And to bring it back up, it should take effort, lots of effort. But at some point they decided to be like, you know what, healers don't like that, so we're just gonna allow them just to let people get topped off and like, you're about dead, big heal and you're back up to max. At some point they reversed it, and I don't really know if they probably should have. I think they should have played around with that idea a bit more, is what I think. I'm okay with this whole feeling. Like Hunt has like Warlock, HP Stone, but not passive like Demon Hunter where you swooping around in full HP suck PvP. Yeah, maybe like having like some kind of like a druid putting like a healing over time rejuve, and that heals them a little bit over time. And maybe free into regen they can use once every so often for like a big burst of heal. But like, yeah, I agree with you on that. But yeah, having passive healing, I don't think Demon Hunter has a ton of healing right now. But like, being able to get a certain healing window where like, okay, I'm gonna heal now. So you can like, okay, Demon Hunter is doing some damage, now he's gonna heal. Okay, now I can do some damage and I won't have to worry about a heal. It probably would be good, yeah. Some having classes leech heal like Demon Hunters do on paper probably isn't good, because it just basically means like, oh, just stay super aggressive and you heal the entire time. And then the question is, does Blizzard have it buffed up so it's like super effective, or not buffed up enough where it's just ineffective? And then you basically make the class squishy, because it's like, well, you're squishy, but you also heal a lot. Probably shouldn't do that. Probably shouldn't make him squishy, but also shouldn't have him like heal a ton. Having like a moment where they get a big heal, probably okay. So maybe like that whole thing of like them taking soul fragments out of people, maybe that should be a separate ability, not just for a dispel, but like a base heal ability. And they could like rip a soul fragment, pick it up, and that's a big heal. And they could do that maybe like, I don't know, every 30 seconds, 15 seconds or something like that. 20 seconds, I don't know. They might do it. The issue with BDO was everyone has his own healer. Well, BDO does not need a tank, does not need a healer, does not need DPS. Everybody is like a class and everybody does everything, right? That's BDO. I think it's a completely different game though. Totally just only a full HP or dead. HP bars have no reason to exist. They could have just been a checkbox. That's funny. Well, that in the game didn't even run. I mean, BDO, yeah, it had issues. Chat, by the way, sorry to inform all of you, especially everybody in the group, but Flex's and Boris's team fell apart, by the way. This is why I was yapping this entire time. That other team completely fell apart. And and it looks like it's going to be hard for them to put them together. So they just bowed out for the night. But yeah, so Hockey, Fenry, and Tank, WAP, whatever. Thank you guys for coming by. I appreciate you. I definitely want to do more duels next week for NA. But yeah, that's why I was yapping. That's why I was like super stressing on like trying to get a group together. Yeah. I'm sorry. We got as many games as we could, but the other team fell apart. You know what I mean? What can I do? I'm just one man. You know, when we have Chicago and Night King and all the regulars in here, you know, once Midnight comes out, I think it's gonna be a whole nother story. You know what I mean? Everybody's gonna be back. It's gonna be easy to make groups and all that. You know how it is. It's the end of an expansion. It's an end of an era. It always goes down like this. Please, more games next week. What did Boris say? Because it says a couple of things. But yeah. Maybe if I talk long enough, the problem will solve itself. Pretty much, yeah. But yeah, I wasn't stressing about it at that point. Honestly. Try to give it a chance. Sorta. Get Midnight out so I can actually have fun with these. We need more people. We need more of you to get into Midnight Beta, and then we could do duels on a beta. And then we could just play out classes with better designs over in the beta. Right? I think that'll be refreshing and really fun. If we could do that, that'd be great. If I could get at least a 5-man team of EU homies that are on the beta that can at least make a single team, we can fill up the rest. Yeah, if enough of you are on the beta, we could definitely do beta duels. I don't know how many more people get invited. They have a PTR. No, beta's PTR is different actually. They added Midnight pre-patch to PTR. Yeah. In Commando's set of Stormwind, it's not the same as actual 5v5 1v1s, honestly. EU versus an internet beta, that'd be so fun. Yes, I exactly want to do that. Technically, even if you don't have beta, they do have Midnight on PTR, like the pre-patch, with the class changes, with the Devoured Demon Hunter. The problem is they don't have the gear, so whatever gear you have on live is what you'll be bringing. The class changes are in, but you are locked to level 80, not 90, so you don't have all your talents. You do have the new talents for your hero talents, but like you don't have enough points to like put all of them in. Like you can unlock basically, how many nodes is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So like you can unlock 11 nodes, but you have that extra row. So like you can maybe like, yeah, when a pre-patch hit, actually they have a release date for pre-patch. No, they have a release date for midnight, which is 20, is it 2nd? March 2nd. That means a pre-patch should be February 2nd. It's a Tuesday, right? So March, dude, look at that. We're December, January, February here. Expansion launches on Monday. So it's going to be like, it has to be a Tuesday. I think it's going to be February 3rd. It has to be February 3rd. It's probably February 3rd. Wait, no, it's 10th. Because this is when timelines ends. It ends on the 10th. So probably 10th. And then we're going to have, I think it's going to be 3rd because they're going to have a month of pre-patch. I don't think they're going to give you 3 weeks of pre-patch. Unless they're just diabolical like that. Who knows though? Who knows? But does PTR have all the add-on changes? Yes, they do. They have all the new add-on stuff and everything. Yes, it does. So they're trolling me with adding this on my BNet? Yeah. No, I mean, the pre-patch is PTR is something that you can access right now. It's just the PTR for pre-patch of midnight. It's not really midnight beta like max level, but it is like the pre-patch. Because like they're not gonna have any more patches since like after 11.27. That's the final one. So they just changed them all to midnight. This is gonna be pre-patch. But yeah, it does have all the add-on changes and everything, but it's something you get used to. Like once you set up your UI, it's fine. Oh, are you talking about because of the whole like controller support stuff? I'm sure they'll have that one fixed. I think the controller support comes down to the people. Doesn't it come down to the people that made the control port, the console port? Because I don't think they're doing enough API stuff for the console port. That shouldn't be breaking it. It's only for the combat add-ons, right? Am I wrong on that? Yeah, because I'm pretty sure console port just changes the way that you play the class, but it's not a combat thing. It's key bindings, but on a different inputs. PvP on a controller. Yeah, Wes most of PvP. Wes is most of the things with a controller. Dude, there's some people that really like playing WoW on a controller. Like some people really would prefer it. Some people really like it. And they are making the game like they're simplifying classes enough, so it is going to be easier to play WoW on a controller. Plus, they also did say like whatever the next console that's going to be for Xbox is essentially a PC. It has a whole console thing, but you will be able to play PC games, and the site that will run WoW. So if you want to play WoW, if people are going to be buying the new Xbox console, they're probably going to be playing all of the stuff on a controller, right? And that game can run all the other PC games, and they're likely not going to get a mouse and keyboard for it. They're probably going to still use controller. So I wouldn't be surprised if in midnight, whenever that console releases, we'll probably see more midnight players that are controller players. Because you can't really call them a console player, but like they're all playing a controller. I still would be, in my brain, I'm like, still kind of like a console player in a way. Right, in a way. Interesting, and isn't it hard to manage all the cooldowns with the controller? Yes, but they are simplifying a lot of the cooldowns in midnight. Like if you play Beastmaster Hunter, your buttons are Cobra Shot, Barb Shot, Kill Command. There's a new button for AoE multi-shot, but it's no longer multi-shot. It's like an AoE Kill Command that then activates your pet cleave. So you hit 2 plus targets, and then your pet's a cleaving. So that's 4 buttons, and your other button is Bestial Wrath. And that's the majority of your rotational gameplay. If you are Dark Ranger, you can get a Black Arrow, but you don't necessarily get like Kill Shot anymore. So that's possibly a 6th button, but that's it. You don't have any other major cooldowns, and everything else has been baked into all this other based on talents. So Beastmaster Hunter cooldown is Bestial Wrath, and that's 30 seconds. That's it. So like it's super simple. And then the rest of it is like your defenses, your self-heal, your mobility, your traps, or other utility, your interrupt maybe. But like the actual combat buttons are like really easy to pull off, honestly. And only DK, and only Druid, etc. But up AMM, all Lock, SP, Shaman, those are fine. Yeah, a lot of them are also going to get easier. Like Shadow Priest gets a bit easier, sorta. Warlock gets noticeably easier, especially like Demonology. Not as many cooldowns to manage or buttons to manage. Shaman kind of gets actually Shaman does get easier. Yeah, they're removing the whole like frost interaction, and if you want to play like a frost like cleave thing with the frost shocks and ice knife, that's essentially being baked into like a voltaic blaze, which is like a transformed version of your flame shock. It just basically uses like a flame shock with a cleave capability. if you really want to play it. Devour Demon Hunter also pretty easy to pick up too. Yeah, Survival also as well. They're removing a lot of buttons and baking stuff in. But like as they're removing buttons, they are actually making the specs like a little better to play in some cases. Frost Mage I think is also really good. Not a lot of buttons, but plays really well. I feel like there's still like you still have Alpha Rogues. There still has like a lot of buttons for like cooldowns and stuff, but not that bad really. Honestly, not bad at all. Not in my opinion. But yeah, it's gonna be I think easier in Midnight. A Paladin I think is also gonna be another easy one too. You get basically like 2 buttons for your builders if you play a specific build. But yeah. Anyway, boys, thank you so much for coming by. I appreciate you. I know the duels were really short today, but am I really? I swear to God, it's got to be the webcam, right? Oh yeah, it's got to be the webcam, but I can't really do much about it. I'll figure something out, man. I might need to get like a stand for the webcam because I have it on the monitor, but I want to raise it up a little bit because the bezel, it's like really thin on this monitor, so the webcam is actually sitting right on it, like all the way down, like a little bit of like the stand that I use, the plastic stand, like grips with. It actually goes a little bit on beyond the bezel into the monitor, so I don't like seeing that. So I like raise it up with a little strip of like packaging foam. It's like a really tiny one. But if I'm moving it for the green screen, all that stuff, which I've been trying to adjust a little bit, it's like, yeah, it just doesn't sit perfectly. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful evening. Thanks so much for watching. Sorry the stream was short, but we got some duels out of it at least, and I think I had a lot of fun with these. Anyway, I'm gonna go for a walk. Actually, that's what I'm gonna do, and then I'm gonna get a video going. I already have a lot of ideas, dude. Midnight with this pre-patch thing. We got Tuesday too. We got Tuesday Brawlers Guild. Oh, I just remembered the Brawlers Guild. It's coming out just in a couple of days, dude. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Yo, I got so many ideas to get through projects wise. Dude, housing has been godsend, dude. Holy. Anyway, you guys have a good one. I catch all of you probably Tuesday. Unless I feel like streaming Monday some beta, which I might if I'm feeling it, but I'll let you guys know. Join our Discord. Follow my Twitter. I make some banger posts there pretty regularly too. Alright, boys. Peace.
We are not alone. They are among us. As the skies light up, they believe we are blissfully unaware. But this activity by non-human extraterrestrial technology is capturing the attention